Thank you very much for coming. Our children making us very vulnerable. We're scared they will get sick, they will get hurt, and this list can continue forever. In addition, I fear that I will fail as a parent by not being able to help my boys to reach their optimal potential. You see, in Georgia State, they qualified as a gifted students. Same time, they're just typical boys with their procrastination, occasional lack of motivation, and some other flaws. And I'm afraid that without guidance, all these weaknesses will prevent them from reaching the full potential. I'm not alone in my fear, since it's shared by many parents of gifted children on forum of Davidson Institute for Talent Development. Those parents also support my position that our gifted education has serious issues. But there's some solutions possible, and I'd like to tell you more about it. It is expected from us as a parents to provide for all our children's needs. Same time, to assist your child in necessity for additional intellectual stimulation is very different from offering food and shelter. Many of our parents are not equipped for such tasks, and there is a lack of support and intervention from society. As it's stated in article of 2009, Parenting Gifted and Talented Children, Conceptual and Empirical Foundation of Marasco and Matthews. So we parents are looking for our educators to help us. But there's the problem. Since there are a limited number of federal regulations, many of our states have practically no funding for gifted education, as displayed by Davidson Institute for Talent Development. Jolie, in article of 2009, Resuscitation of Gifted Education, states that we have a significant shortage of teachers trained for the gifted education. Of course, many gifted individuals will be successful without any intervention, as displayed in article of 2009, The STEM Promise by Adams, Chamberlain, Gavin, Schultz, Sheffield, and Subotnik. However, many of them, after years of disappointing learning experience, will select non-academic, less challenging, and less beneficial field. It affects our talent pool, especially in the fields of mathematics, science, technology, and engineering, also called STEM field, which is essential for our country's success. You as IT professionals especially familiar with that when our managers have difficult time to find qualified specialists within a nation and have to look in other countries. Not surprisingly, just in 2012, more than 8,000 work visas was issued, as it stated in US Department of State statistics. This is just tip of the iceberg of our issues with gifted programs and its reflection on our nation. But there are some solutions possible. There's many countries with very advanced education systems, some of them with good recognition of benefits for the gifted education. But Finland tops all of them. Based on article of Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development of 2010, Finland's slow and steady reform for consistently high results. Since 2001, Finland is one of the top 3 most competitive countries on World Economic Forum. Article says it was achieved through implementation of learner-centered approach, where students, together with educators, select own learning path. This is tailoring of learning materials is exceptionally beneficial for our gifted students. But if we implement this method, it will require some changes to our education structure, but most importantly, it will demand to increase number of teachers who are trained for gifted education. However, it's also necessary for many of our gifted programs in place right now, such as acceleration or differentiation of curriculum, since without adequate number of gifted teachers, those programs are failing right now. There's one more option, and I like it very much. Based on the article of Azovsky-Kubelis of 2010, Special Schools and Other Options for Gifted STEM Students, one of our best options is STEM schools. We have right now 15 state-mandated STEM schools and more than 100 schools specialized in gifted, academically gifted children. Those schools' main goal is to promote, advance, and encourage students who has exceptional abilities in STEM disciplines. This is just regular schools, but with atmosphere oriented on learning, on mathematics, science, and with highly trained educators who understand gifted children's needs and abilities. So to summarize my proposal, we have to increase number of gifted teachers, and we have to promote STEM schools to make them available for every boy and a girl in every region. If those changes implemented, we can anticipate significant improvement of our gifted boys and girls' current and future status. Just imagine that no gifted child being left out due to their disability or English being second language or low socioeconomic status, as it very frequently happened today, as it stated in an article of Robinson Klickenberg of 1998, Giftedness Exceptionality Examined. Just imagine that our gifted children will have assistance from gifted teacher at any moment of their school day. Compare just 1 hour a week as it's happened often in many schools today. Just imagine that our gifted children in STEM schools will be in atmosphere of healthy competition with alike thinking peers, where the learning desires and abilities are celebrated, and where a STEM career is one of the main goals. By increasing number of creative and innovative in our STEM industry, we can expect significant improvement of quality and quantity of research and development, and most importantly, solidification of our nation global leadership position, as it noted by Adams et al. Moreover, STEM industry is actually key to our economy and security, which certainly will benefit every citizen, all of us. I know many of you have gifted and talented children as well, and I hope my message proved to you that our gifted education requires significant adjustments. I cannot speak up about this issue on my own. My single voice will not be heard. I have to ask you to join me in this cause. Maybe some of you will even join me as advocates for the gifted children in Congress by becoming involved in National Association for Gifted Children Network, Legislative Action Network. In Russia, we say "Voda kamen tochit," meaning drops of water together will break the stone. If we work together, if we speak together, if we demand these changes together, from our educators, from our legislators, from our schools, our voice will be heard, and those changes will be implemented, and our gifted education will be improved. Future of our children and our nation is actually in our hands, so please join me in my cause. Thank you very much.